If you've damaged your headlights or simply just want some better styling for the front of your 2020 through 2023 Silverado 2500 HD with the factory halogen headlights, this set of Signature Series sequential turn signal projector headlights with the black housing and clear lens is a great set to consider. Now this is a generally affordable choice for headlights in the category, great for the Silverado owner who wants or needs a replacement and doesn't want to stick with the OE styling or pay dealer premiums for a set and would rather add some individuality to their truck instead. Now it's also a darker choice compared to the brighter chrome options that you'll see if you do want to bring some aggressiveness to the front end and match with other dark accessories for a more cohesive appearance. This set features a hybrid design with an upper and lower LED light bar for the daytime running lights and halogen bulbs for the high and low beam paired with projector lenses. Now while the halogen bulb offers a similar light output compared to what you're used to with your factory lights, the projectors are there to condense the beam and make the lighting much more consistent on the road and also help with reflection reduction with the sharper cutoff line. Now the DRL also offers a big step up over the factory headlights in styling and even safety, allowing other drivers to notice your truck's position on road much easier. Now with the addition of that DRL also comes the addition of sequential turn signals, which help that much more, really offering a lot of character to the front end of the truck. Now these have a typical but solid construction with an ABS black plastic housing and a polycarbonate lens. Now both are weather resistant, holding up well on the front over time, and the ABS housing is molded for a direct factory-like fit for a no questions asked install. Now all of the bulbs in the kit are also included and the majority of them are completely plug and play, but there is some minor wiring that has to be done with the running lights and sequential feature, which we'll show you in just a minute. Now this set is around $800, and I know that I mentioned that these are generally or relatively affordable, and compared to others in the category as well as dealer pricing, they are. Now these bring much more to the table than a factory headlight and are sold in a pair, so they're naturally going to be a little bit more expensive than an OE style aftermarket replacement, but the hybrid design with both the halogen and LEDs keep the price a little bit lower compared to full LED or some of the other flashier choices. Now that allows for a bump in lighting performance and additional features like the sequential turn signal without needing to get super fancy or too expensive if you don't necessarily want to, making this a great middle ground choice if you're looking for a compromise in features without a lack in quality. Now this install is a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it's probably going to take about 3 hours or so just to get everything in place and wired up. However, at this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers here. They're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can bolt these up to your Silverado at home. So that wraps it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install, you will need an impact, a ratchet, T15 and T20 Torx bits, 7 and 10 millimeter sockets, and a clip removal tool. What's up guys, today we're going to be installing some headlights on our Silverado, but before we get started, we're going to send you to watch a quick video on how to remove your factory lights, and we'll see you when you get back.
What we need to do is we need to release our handle for our hood release. There are 2 T15 screws, so we're going to grab a ratchet and a socket and take them out. All right, slide the handle off and put it aside. All right, now we have to get our plastic radiator cover out of the way. There are 9 push clips that go all the way around. So I'm going to grab our clip removal tool. All right, now that all the clips are up, we're just going to lift straight up. Put this aside. All right, now we're going to go into the wheel well and pull back our liner. There are 6 T15 screws holding it in, also 1 push clip at the top. All right, and now we just have our push clip at the top of the wheel liner. All right, now we're just gonna take our wheel liner and just fold it back behind our tire. All right, now we just need to carefully pull our trim back to about here just to access our 7mm bolt that's underneath. All right, now we're just gonna grab our ratchet and take our 7mm bolt out. All right, now what we're gonna do here is we are going to take our painted trim piece off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start here, work our way up, and then we'll come on the other side and pull the other side out of its locking pins. All right, now we can just repeat that same process for the other side. All right, now to remove our front grille, we need to take our 4 10mm bolts out of the top of the grille. All right, now we're gonna come to the lower part of the grille and take a 10mm bolt out of the bottom. You just do the same thing on the other side. All right, now to take our front grille off, first thing we need to do is lift up gently on the top, release it out of its locking tabs, and then we'll work our way down, releasing all of the tabs that hold it in. All right, we're gonna remove our stock headlight. There are 6 10mm bolts holding it in, 2 up top, 2 on the inside, and 2 on the outside. All right, now to release our headlight, we're just gonna lift up gently, and on this tab right here, that's just a little locking tab that locks it in place, and twist it out. Now to release the tab, just gonna pull back on the red locking tab, push down the clip and pull it back. All right, now we can repeat the same process for the other side.
Alrighty guys, now that we have our factory lights off, it's time to start installing our new setup. So what we're going to do first is plug our headlight in, we'll set it in the factory location and reinstall our 6 10mm screws around our headlight. Plug this into the factory connector. Make sure that locks in, lock your tab in. Get this in position. Make sure you don't pinch any wires. All right, so now for this particular set of headlights, we are going to have to transfer over our mounting tabs for our grille accent. So what we're going to do is take our T20 Torx bit and pop out the 4 screws holding these 2 in, swap them over and reinstall that with our factory hardware. So now we're going to install these. I'll line them up with the dowels, set in place. We can reuse our factory hardware. We're also going to need to swap over our bottom bracket, again held on by 2 T20 Torx screws. Pop those off. Now we're going to get our bracket onto our new light. Line this up. Now we'll get our factory hardware in. You can come from behind the bumper and it's pretty open. And you can do the same thing for the other bolt. Now once you've got this side all set up, you can do the same thing for the other side. Now we can set our grille back in place. So line our tabs back up. our upper grille portion secure. Push our midsection in. Then we can come in and reinstall all of our hardware. So we'll get our 2 lower bolts in. Again with our 10mm socket. Then we can reinstall the 4 10mm across the top. Now while we're up here, we'll reinstall our upper cover as well as our hood release handle. Slide this in. Get that lined up. We're going to reinstall our push pins. Now we'll reinstall our handle and get our 2 T15 Torx screws back on. Slide this in, get these back on. Next we can get our outer trim panel in place and reinstall our 7mm screw. So now we'll get our screw back in. We can reattach our trim. Now we can reinstall our push clip for our fender liner as well as all of our T15 Torx screws. And once you got this side back together, you can repeat the same process on the other side. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our signature series sequential turn signal projector headlights with black housings and clear lenses for your 20 to 23 Silverado 2500 and 3500 HD with factory halogen headlights. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.